I am Dan.
And I'm Mark.
And this is the Dark Ballcast. This week sponsored by Dog Funerals by Scooby-Doo.
Deposit non-refundable. Where are you? And I'm so sorry.
Stop.
I cannot eat. I cannot sleep tonight.
I'm starting again. I've started.
This sick, strange darkness comes creeping on, so haunting every time.
Speaking of shit, Coronation.
And as I dared, I counted.
I'm deleting all of
They're
this.
back
Please
together.
Stop.
They did the weekend. They played the Coachella, didn't they?
So we're doing that instead of the Coronation, are we?
No, I just thought I'd mention it.
All right, fair enough.
Did you watch it?
No.
What? You didn't get him see him get his hat put on?
I'd rather skin my penis. I didn't need to watch it.
Why?
Because I saw someone post about it on Facebook. I saw him with his hat on. It's fine.
Now, you see, my mum tried to force me to get Daniel to watch it. Because she was like, it's history. Daniel. She was like, it's a piece of history. I'll never be able, I'll never see it again. I was like, yeah, but Charles is like 863. And he has a young son.
We're not getting another long one, are we?
No, he'll be dead in...
We might.
It's not going to be that long,
If we play our cards right, we might have a couple in our lifetime.
Yeah, what is he now? Charles is 74?
Is he?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
So
a bit
even
old. Surely there should be like an age cap.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you've missed it now, mate.
And even if he gets to 100, that's still 25 years. I'm most likely going to see another one.
I don't want to be here for
Flaniel most definitely will see another one.
It was your mum that said it's history.
Oh, yeah, it's history.
Yeah, but I can watch it whenever I want.
It's YouTube.
Like, someone's got it on tape.
I know.
At least.
I watched it. I did, because at school they've proper hyped them all up about it and all that shit, and then my mum was like going to Flan. Oh, you are going to watch it? You're going to watch The King and all this shit. And she kept going to me, you're gonna get him to watch it, aren't you? I'm going, if he wants to, Mum. If he doesn't want to watch it, I'm not gonna fucking make him. And then I was doing some gardening Saturday morning, and then he came and was like, oh, we've paused it ready for you, Dad. I'm like, I was like, why? Do you want me to watch it with you?
And that's
that's
your weekend ruined.
So I only watched them he sat in the little chair, didn't he, next to his missus.
Right. Was it similar to that scene in Johnny English? You know which scene I mean?
The bit where he finds out he's English.
Have you not seen the film?
I have. It's been so long.
Yeah, but do you know when it's like
Mr.
Pascal Sauvage?
Pascal Sauvage.
That was the name of the bad guy.
Because he finds out that he's actually the true king.
Yeah. So
and the wait until the crowns are sort of coming down.
Like
yeah, it's a bit like that.
Because I saw as well loads of people posting. There was the Grim Reaper walked by.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
I didn't see it. I've seen people put the videos up. There's someone with a scythe in the background. I'm praying
that's real.
It'd be fucking ace, wouldn't it?
It's like a little imp running around.
I watched it. There's this Facebook thing called Aussie Man Reviews.
Oh, yeah.
And I watched his review of it earlier, and he was like, the Grim Reaper's still outside trying to get in. Oh, there he is again, walking back and forth, still trying to find a way in.
Fucking hell. So I personally, I don't care for the new ruler, the king.
You don't roll shit.
Yeah, but
that's the thing. Part of his oath is he's defender of the realm. When's the last time, and when's the next time he will defend anything
real thing?
apart from his little
realm?
sausage fingers? Have you seen them? Yeah. You've seen his disgusting
that manners. What I reckon if he rolled up his sleeves, he's got about 6 really tight watches, or he's got 15 wristbands.
I am
from
the king
Coachella.
of the time. From Coachella.
And they're just really tight round his wrist. But no,
I find them very unnerving. I'm not sure whether they're more like sausages or pickles.
The Queen was never walking around there with fucking trunk fingers,
little saucy fingers,
fucking dick hands. So Michael, I want another I have no respect for this kind of king. I don't want one like this that's old already who's going to live forever. I want a king Like, when was the last time we had like a Henry VIII? You know, I want a king.
Just after Henry VII.
I want some fat cunt who eats just too much meat, right? He's losing a leg to gout. I want a gout king. I want the gout king.
What you're saying is you want me to be king.
Look, I didn't want to flat out say it. I didn't want to like build your ego up.
I don't want a king that I could beat up in a fight.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? I want to know that if I tried to fight the king, he'd have me on my ass.
I just fucking wish that you could throw down the gauntlet for a chance to be king.
Yeah, just you could issue a challenge.
I think we've done this before. I think with prime ministers, but imagine we'd have the biggest, gnarliest king ever, wouldn't we?
No, because
it'd have to be someone that could fight everyone.
But no, I don't think we should do it as a fight. I think the person doing the challenging should be able to name the challenge. You can go, I challenge the king to a game of Jenga.
Oh, okay.
And if I beat him at Jenga, I am king.
I'm trying to think of like a really like intricate, you need like a lot of like hand dexterity kind of game that I could really get him at, because those sausage mitts ain't doing nothing, are they?
Sausage mitts.
They're like, look, if his fingers were any more
Rubik's
swollen,
Cube.
It'd be a fucking sausage meat patty, wouldn't it? Like,
they are slowly like just joining together.
if he puts his hand too close to a radiator, they'd fuse. Do you know what I mean? He'd slightly cook them.
They'd overcook, yeah. That's why you never see him barbecuing. The thing is, as well, reptiles have webbed hands and feet.
Oh, fuck me.
He's struggling to conceal it.
Maybe his hands right now are just his hands post-surgery. They got rid of the webbing.
Maybe they did it like when he was younger, and then it came in like they've started to go again because he's had to wait so long for his mum to die.
Yeah, and the longer he is away from the sea, the more swollen his hands get. It's something about the salt water that keeps his fingers in check.
There's a film like that in there. They're called The King's Sea.
The King's Sea.
Do you know what, as well? We're talking about what kind of king we want. I don't want a king who has ever once expressed a wish to be a tampon.
Oh, yeah.
Have you heard about this?
Yeah.
I haven't heard about this until yesterday.
Oh my God, Mark, no way.
The king wants to be a tampon, Dan.
He does.
Tampon.
Who was it he was sexting?
Camilla, the queen.
It was a voicemail as well, wasn't it?
No, it was a conversation.
Oh my God.
I've got the transcript now if you want to hear it.
Is there two parts?
What do you mean?
We can act it out.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So, right. Do you want to be... Right, so
I'll pause it. We'll drop back in. Where mate, this is the most...
Come here.
No,
you've
sent me a link to like the most cursed website ever. Like as I'm scrolling, there's like ads, or there's more ads than writing.
I know.
The Daily Star.
That's just where I found it.
The Daily Star, isn't that just simply The Sun?
No.
No, I mean technically it is.
Right, well,
it's the Star every day.
Do you want to act this out or not?
Yeah, I do want to act this out.
Because I feel like we could win awards
for the fucking
this.
life of me, Mark. Tell me where it is. I'm
wait.
showing you it. Where is it? Is it underneath?
Wait.
Is it underneath the top 10 of the rocks?
Here is the transcript in full. It's not that long line. Have you seen where it says it there, look, and then it says Charles, and then what Charles says?
Right, that's one line.
Then
and then there's like a picture of Anne Frank.
Yeah, go past Anne Frank.
Oh,
there you go.
And then there's an advert for flasks.
Anne Flask.
Me. Right, okay.
So I'm going to be Charles and you're going to be Camilla. I feel like we could win some sort of acting award for this if you do it right.
Okay. What is right to you?
I want an accent. I want a voice. All right. I want a voice.
Okay.
So, for those who don't know, this happened some time ago because Charles was still married to Diana. And someone managed to get hold of a phone call between then Prince Charles and then just Camilla Parker Bowles.
I'm a bit confused though.
Why?
Because the first line it drops us into. Is there no context?
No,
it just drops us in.
It just throws us right in.
All right.
Also, it does. There is at one point they call someone Nancy as well, apparently, but apparently that's a code name.
Right.
So let me see if I can find out who Nancy's supposed to be as well. Who's Nancy? Nancy! Who are you, Nancy? So this was published in 1993. Who's Nancy? Hold on. Vamp, fill in.
Right. I'm not used to this. I'm the small part of the podcast. But anyway, if you don't know about this, on Spotify, you can actually leave a star rating on the podcast. So far, I think I'm the only person who's left one. But I think once we reach like even 5 reviews, it'll start showing how many stars we are as a podcast. Now, I like to think that we're probably at least a 3-star podcast. But even if we was 1 or 2, it'd be nice to know that we can pull in people to leave stars.
Right, I don't know who Nancy is.
Thank God you spoke up then. I was starting to run out of things to say.
I'm sure it told you at some point who Nancy
It doesn't matter. We'll just drop in.
It's fine. So
set the scene.
Hold on, I've got to get back to the top. So this is going to be a phone conversation.
So it's 8 p.m.
between 2 married people. Both of them, the future sovereign rulers of this country. So
Okay.
ring, ring.
Ring, ring.
Ring.
Ring, ring.
Hello. My name is Charles. And my mother is the Queen on all the stamps.
Hello.
Just for context, this isn't in the transcript. We're just sort of bringing you into it. So we'll when you get really embarrassed and laugh, you get 3 very prominent veins in your forehead. All facing like... Hello, Camilla.
Hello.
My lovely bit of stuff.
That's not in the transcript either.
It's not, no. How is life not dying in a car crash? So let's start So I'm going to start the transcript. He was a bit anxious, actually.
Was he?
He thought he might have gone a bit far.
Oh, well.
Anyway, that's the sort of thing one has to be aware of and sort of feel one's way along with, if you know what I mean.
You're awfully good at feeling your way along.
Oh, stop. I want to feel my way along you, all over you, and up and down you, and in and out.
Oh. I'll try to scroll past.
Particularly in and out.
Oh, that's just what I need at the moment.
Is it? At this point, the scanner enthusiast who recorded this phone conversation just before Christmas 1989 speaks over the couple to record the date, December 18th.
I know it would revive me. I can't bear a Sunday night without you.
Oh, God.
It's like that program, Start the Week. I can't start the week without you.
I fill up your tank.
Yes, you do.
Then you can cope.
Then I'm all right.
What about me? The trouble is I need you several times a week.
It's really hard.
You will keep going.
So do I. I need you all the week, all the time.
Oh, God. I'll just live inside your trousers or something. It would be much easier.
What are you going to turn into? A pair of knickers?
Both laugh.
Oh, you're going to come back as a pair of knickers.
Or, God forbid, a Tampax. Just my luck.
You are a complete idiot. Oh, what a wonderful idea.
My luck to be chucked down a lavatory and go on and on forever swirling round the top, never going down.
Oh, darling.
Until the next one comes through.
Oh, perhaps you could just come back as a box.
What sort of box?
A box of Tampax. So you could just keep going.
That's true.
Repeating yourself. Oh, darling. Oh, I just want you now.
Do you?
Mm.
So do I.
Desperately, desperately, desperately. Oh, I thought of you so much at the Yarrabee. The fuck's a Yarrabee?
Did you?
Simply mean we couldn't be there together.
Desperate. If you could be here, I long to ask Nancy sometimes.
Why don't you?
I daren't.
Because I think she's so in love with you. She'd do anything you asked.
She'd tell all sorts of people.
No, she wouldn't, because she'd be too frightened of what you might say to her. I think you've got... I'm afraid it's a terrible thing to say, but I think, those sort of people do feel very strongly about you. You've got such a great hold over her.
Really?
And I think, as usual, you're underestimating yourself.
Well, she might be terribly jealous or something.
Oh! Now that is a point. I wonder. She might be, I suppose.
You never know, do you?
No, the little green-eyed monster might be lurking inside her. No, but, the thing is, you're so good when people are so flattered to be taken into your confidence. But I don't know, they'd betray you. Real friends. What the fuck is going on?
Really?
I don't. Gone to sleep?
No, I'm here.
Darling, listen. I talked to David tonight. It might not be any good.
Oh, no.
I'll tell you why. He's got these children of one of those Crawley girls and the nanny's staying. He's going. I'm going to ring him again tomorrow. He's going to try and put them off till Friday, but I thought as an alternative, perhaps I might ring up Charlie.
Yes.
And see if we could do it there. I know he is back on Thursday.
It's quite a lot further away.
Oh, is it?
Well, I'm just trying to think. Coming from Newmarket.
Coming from Newmarket to me at that time of night, you could probably do it in 2 3/4. It takes me 3.
What, to go to, Bowood?
Northmore!
To go to Bowood?
To go to Bowood! I need a minute. I got really into it. Right, okay.
To go to Bowood?
To go to Bowood would be the same as really, wouldn't it?
I mean to say, you would suggest going to Bowood?
No, not at all.
Which Charlie, then?
What Charlie do you think I was talking about?
I didn't know, because I thought you meant...
I've got lots.
Somebody else?
I've got lots of friends called Charlie.
The other one. Patty's.
Oh, there. Oh, that is further away. They're not...
They've gone.
I don't know. It's just, just a thought I had. If it fell through the other place...
Oh, right. What do you do? Go on the M25, down the M4, is it?
Yes, you go, and sort of Royston or M11 at that time of night.
This is the worst sex phone call I've ever heard.
Get the Bowood! Should we carry on?
I'm scrolling down, it goes on forever.
Bring back Tampon Charlie. Oh, can we stop? Oh. I personally think we peaked at Bowood.
So that was King Tampon,
right? So a few weeks.
Great start.
It caught me off guard because I've got them on.
Great start.
Right. That's the last time I listened through the earphones while we record. For a second, as I was speaking, when I heard another voice that was definitely just me coming through the headphones, I was like, why is he talking over me like straight away?
It's the voice of God.
The voice of God. So this is something I've had for a couple of weeks.
Right. Why are you pulling your neck skin?
I'm just chilling.
Why are you talking?
Anxious because it's a me segment, and me segments don't normally go so well.
I just thought you were practicing for the circus.
Yeah. I'm trying to really make this specific bit of my neck as stretchy and malleable as possible.
They always do that. You know, people who've got stupidly stretchy skin, they always go, like, if you go, show me, they always go to the neck first, don't they? I think that's the only place they've got stretchy skin because they've been practicing there.
Because you've been speaking to the frog people, haven't you?
Once or twice I've spoken to them, yeah. But if you ever go to someone, I've heard you've got really stretchy skin, can you show me? When they go to stretch, go, not the neck though, please.
Not the neck.
The forehead.
Scrotum.
Oh no, mine stretches for
yeah,
days.
I'd go scrotum. That would be my first choice.
Fucking hell, you can make a yo-yo out of mine.
And that's exactly it. One time I thought I was putting on a sock.
Hold on, your first choice would be my scrotum. Look how far I can stretch your skin.
This one time I thought I'd just put on a really warm sock.
No.
I just managed to get my whole leg in my scrotum.
Could you imagine that?
No.
It's like, no, I mean, like, you know, when people have that weird thing where they can stretch their skin, and you go up to someone and go, someone said that you've got that weird thing where you can stretch your skin. They go, oh, no, I can stretch your skin. I don't stretch my own skin.
Oh,
that would be dangerous.
I wish I'd never sat next to you on this bus. Please, let go of my arm.
Well, I think you'll find that the skin from your hand never left the bus stop. It's just outside the door. He's tied it to the bus stop.
That's how you get off paying the fare, isn't it? When the ticket guy comes over and goes, tickets please, you go, actually, I never fully got on the bus.
Yeah, I'm just testing.
I'm not paying shit.
I'm just testing the bus. And then when you need to get off, to get a little pair of like a little nail clippers and just clip that bit of skin off.
Leave it behind.
There's this big string of skin all over town.
But I'd be scared that someone would clone me.
No one would clone you.
All right, fair enough. Moving on. I'm sorry, but I feel like that stretchy skin segment is far better than what I've got planned. This is why I was playing with my neck skin. It doesn't have legs, mate. This idea does not have legs.
Show me.
It's just me.
Show me your legless segment.
It's just me reading something fun off Reddit.
We've had good times with you doing that.
Right, okay.
It's nice for you to get involved every now and then.
Let me just remember the good times, Mark. Okay. So this one.
No.
So this one, right? It was so unassuming and it caught me so off guard. So it is quite wrongly titled, Today I Fucked Up Having Sex with My Ex. Now, I say wrongly titled.
Because I think they were having sex and he did something wrong, like wake her up.
No.
Right.
No.
Yeah, landed then.
Not even that.
So he fucked up by having sex with his ex.
Well, that's what the title implies, but the story is far different. Okay. So here we go. Last week, my ex, it says XGF20. They always do this thing already, don't they? With the ages in brackets.
They have to tell you their age.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Let's just say they're both in the 20s.
Unless you say that your best friend who owns a tortoise is in their 80s.
So last week, my ex-girlfriend called and asked if I was keen to continue sleeping with her. I never expected to hear from her again. What?
So you broke up with your missus, or she broke up with you. You're just going about your daily business, and you get a text going, "You keen on the idea of sleeping together?"
It's a weird way to put it, isn't it?
All right, thank you.
You want fuck?
You want fuck? You want some fuck?
Yeah, just a bit. So, I never expected to hear from her again, let alone see her naked. Our relationship...
There's such a gap between them.
I know.
Never thought I'd see her again, let alone talk to her.
Yeah, let alone her...
Let alone spend time with her again.
Well, she doesn't necessarily even have to be naked.
No, you can cut a small hole in the leg of the jeans at the bottom.
And stretch as much scrotum as you want in.
Do you think it translates to labia, the stretchiness?
Well, it depends which power you have, Mark, because we
Which
approached.
power? It's not the X-Men.
No, we approached it with two very different powers. Yours was the ability to stretch
Other
others.
people's skin.
Mine was to stretch yourself.
I think if you're...
So it probably...
I think if you're like a doctor who gives birth to kids...
I think
you could stretch a lot of labia. I think you'd know the ins and outs.
Imagine if he had no control over it, though. No control.
So he
over
accidentally
the power.
touched it, and it just randomly stretched.
No, let's say he's not delivering children. He's just let loose in the stroke ward. Now, how much worse do you think that guy's going to make their lives?
Let loose.
If they go in,
they've already got a droopy face,
and then they come out all stretched. You've had a hard time already.
No, honestly, I'm feeling lots better. Right, so he's fucking his girlfriend, ex-girlfriend.
Right, we haven't got past the second sentence here, Mark.
Is it a long one?
It's 3 pages. Right. Let alone see her naked. Our relationship recently came to an end.
Now stop there. No, I'm joking.
I tapped out because it became clear to me that the two of us were incompatible. My ex disagreed and thought screaming at me would somehow change my opinion.
Fair.
Considering how upset she was during our breakup, I was surprised when I got the call from her asking for sex. She said she had no intention of getting back together. Now this is foreshadowing.
You see, at that point, prove it. Let's do it through the letterbox.
All she wanted was to share a bed with someone who knew her well enough to know what buttons to press to get her off. Not gonna lie, the unexpected ego boost disarmed me. Her closing comment was, scratch out the friends in Friendswood benefits, but keep the benefits. I don't get that, but let's carry on.
So she's on benefits.
She's just got a pip. I was willing to test it out. Last night, my ex and I reunited for the first time since the dramatic final episode of our relationship. She followed me to my room and we hooked up. I woke up in the morning with one arm cuffed to my bed. My ex was gone. A random note on the pillow said the key for the handcuffs was in the condom under the pillow. I flipped the pillow and discovered the condom. A used condom, but not the condom I used. Different brand, different size, different load.
No. Oh, no. I'm so...
I did what had to be done.
It's rancid.
I did what had to be done to get the key out the condom and unlocked the handcuffs.
With his mouth.
It was like a fear factor challenge, but all you get is some dude's nut juice on your fingers. Without wasting time, I disposed of the condom, the key, the cuffs, and the pillow before tossing all my sheets in the laundry and scrubbing my hands with disinfectant. I was fuming, but I was prepared to file my experience under crazy ex-girlfriend and never communicate with my ex again. However, I soon realised she did more than plant another person's used condom under my pillow. She planted another person's used condom in one of my running shoes as well.
Oh my God. Where's she getting them?
So, you know, like the Easter Bunny, for like Easter egg hunts, it wasn't always eggs. It used to be the fertiliser, Mark. She planted another person's used condom in one of my running shoes as well. The condom actually stuck to the bottom of my foot when I removed the shoe. It was disgusting. I decided to check everything. Shoes, socks, pockets, bags, etc. I managed to find another used condom in the hood of my hoodie. I informed my roommate because I didn't know if my ex was...
Imagine that conversation! Look, mate, right. There's going to be some used Johnnies around the flat.
Yeah. Don't know how to explain this.
Just trust me.
Just don't worry.
It's
Not
a perfectly
unusual.
logical explanation.
In fact, I think it's very common in France. I informed my roommate because I didn't know if my ex was crazy enough to hide used condoms elsewhere in our flat. He advised me to block and delete her phone number and social media, which is what I did. My roommate and I have been searching for used condoms in every corner of our flat since we got out of bed. Okay, last bit. I have so many questions. Are all those condoms from the same person? Does that person know my ex was using safe sex for evil? How did I not see this level of crazy during my relationship? I guess I'll never know. And this was written by the quite aptly named user, Not another condom. That's his name. What do you reckon to that?
Bravo, that woman.
I know.
Bravo, that woman. She did what she had to do.
I am just totally...
That man broke up with her for legitimate reasons, and she said, "Not today, Satan."
Not today. Yeah.
She went out and hoed herself. She turned herself into a right whore.
She collected many a seed.
Just and think of it. How many hasn't he found? Imagine the smell.
For every one found, there's 3 still
Imagine
lurking.
if he moved out.
Oh.
And someone else moved in.
Where
would you have to disclose that? You'd lose your deposit.
You'd lose your deposit. Right. Where's the worst place you could put one?
I don't know.
I know.
Go on then.
Right.
I think I've got. I think I might know.
Do you know how, like, sometimes? Right. So you got the toilet and you got the cistern.
Yeah.
I would save as many as I could and fill it with used condoms. There'd be no water. You go to flush, and just a flood of condoms would fall out.
Because I don't think they'd all come out. I think what you'd be better off doing was saving them all up and then emptying them into the cistern.
Oh, no.
So that when you flush, the water is replaced
with
a hodgepodge of semen soup. See, I was going to say you'd go into the kitchen and you'd take out the loaf of bread they're using.
Oh, yes.
Just between 2 slices of bread.
Oh.
Or you take out a few slices of bread from each end, bore a hole.
Yes. I was thinking
and
the
then
same
pull
thing.
it through.
Right. You're thinking small here. I'm thinking long game. Defrost a garlic bread baguette. Okay. Hollow it out. Right. Put a few in there, but then also drizzle some loose semen into it. Right. Freeze it. Refreeze it.
Right on the front of the packet with cheese.
Yeah. Cheesy Gaza Brazza.
That a porn
Right.
company?
And then...
Oh, no, he's the singer from Take That.
No relation. Because then they've got to cook it, Mark. They wouldn't know straight away. Whereas the bread, pull a slice out, they go, oh, this isn't a full bread.
And then I have to chuck, this isn't a full... And then they've just got to chuck the bread away,
Yeah, they chuck the whole bread. Whereas the garlic bread, I imagine something unholy would happen to because like the rubber would all melt. I imagine it'd burst. I don't know why I think it'd burst.
Yeah, it would burst.
The oven would be a write-off. You can't scrub out semen from an oven. It becomes one with the carbon at the bottom. Don't act like you clean your oven properly.
I don't clean my oven at all.
I get little stalagmites at the bottom of my oven.
What have come?
I don't make it a habit to cook my jizz.
Oh, mate.
I think on Valentine's Day.
Be more broiling, wouldn't it?
The white meat.
Yeah, that's good. I think the only worst place you could hide it would maybe under the kids' pillow.
Do you know what? I got one better.
With a note. With a note saying, "Wish this was you, love, Dad." I don't think I've been that bad.
No. So we're sat at the table today, not on the settees, loafing out.
Yeah, we've taken a more. I think it comes across in the content that we've taken a more professional stance.
We're trying harder, and our definition of trying harder is moving all of the podcast 2 meters to the left.
I think pretty soon we'll be getting a call from BBC News.
Why?
They'll want us to do a segment.
A segment.
Wikihows will now be part of the news at 10.
Just we need to make people aware of what's out there.
Yeah.
It's like, look, the NHS is going down the shitter. If you can figure out how to cure yourself on Wikihows, jobs are good at.
Jobs are good at.
Rishi's tips. In partnership with the Dark Ball card.
Rishi Sue-tip. Right. So we've got a Wikihows.
Right.
Now, in Britain especially, but all over the world, last weekend was a time of ceremony. a time of coming together and just, doing things properly, doing things right. And I think it's important that element of ceremony is included in all parts of our lives. Now, the last few episodes, you might have noticed, have been taken over Wikihows with pet-related things.
Yeah.
Animals, that kind of stuff.
It's good company, They're often better than people.
How to wank off your parrot, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that was a bad one.
So, we weren't doing it right. So this week is how to bury a pet.
Oh, God. Have we done the whole lifespan of a pet? We've worked our way through.
I've run out of funny pets. All the other pets are normal.
They're not.
There isn't a fucking how to headbutt your shrimp.
Shrimp.
There isn't a detangle your snake article.
Why? Did you Google that? No. You know what? Like, I reckon if you had enough snakes, you could probably braid them. Like a plait.
You'd have to wait till they're asleep.
Like a scaly plait going on.
Oh, imagine, if there are rattlesnakes as well. Like a rumba.
It's like a living whip, isn't it?
A living whip. Anyway. So getting over the loss of a pet is never easy. Your pet is part of your family, and you feel at loss. What the fuck? And you feel at right. Getting over the loss of a pet.
Fuck me, man. You're getting too carried away.
Getting over the loss of a pet is never easy, is it, Dan?
Never.
Your pet is a part of your family, and you feel at a loss without him or her. Adding to the pain... Stop looking at your cat while I'm reading this, please.
You're making me really sad.
I know, because I've just realised that she's been going through some health issues.
Her leg's gone lame. And I don't know,
if they can live with that a lot.
But I don't know if the vet will decide to save the leg or the cat.
You just get to take the leg out. With a big one of them combs on it. I drilled a hole in the heel for it to shit through.
I really miss my cat, but I'm so glad they saved its leg. Where's the cone to stop it scratching its head? It's getting phantom pains. It's got phantom cat syndrome.
Right. Adding to the pain, you need to find a way to bury your pet. Before you bury your pet, though, you still have
Make sure it's dead.
You still have a few decisions to make. Step 1, check your pet.
Right.
Check for a pulse.
Oh, wait, all right, okay. You know what? I've never thought that there might be like a system, because I always assumed it was like people. Do you know, like, if your pet dies, do you not have to ring someone?
No, it's your pet.
What, you're just like, oh, it's just dead.
Chuck it in the wheelie bin.
What? Right, my whole life, I've never thought about a pet just dying at home.
Mate,
I always imagined it went to the vet. And...
No, we're not where we moved out of to where we are now. There's 3 rabbits in that bar garden.
You just left them there, did you?
No, I buried them, obviously. But the thing is, like, at one point, the fence came down in the wind as well.
What happened to them?
No, there's nothing in the right. No, right. The fence came down in the wind, and next door had dogs.
Oh my God!
And they used to come into our garden quite a lot. They were friendly, so we weren't fussed.
Right.
But one day, Sophie went out to hang some washing out, and one of the rabbits had been dug up, and it was quite decomposed as well. Like, it was rotten.
Wow.
So I thought, it might be a fox, but it might be one of their dogs. So I'll just nip round and just say, I said, so I'm not saying it's one of your dogs. So, but we've got a couple of dead rabbits buried in the garden and one on the way out.
Shit.
So I said, I'm not fussed about your dogs coming around. I don't care. I said, but I just want you to know in case it does dig up one of the rabbits. And he was like, no, my dogs won't do that. I went, yeah, well, I preface this by saying, I'm not saying it's your dog. Might be a fox, that's fine. So my dog wouldn't go around digging. Well, it's a dog. It's what it does anyway.
The only reason he'd know for absolute certainty is if he did it himself.
Or he had to bring that rabbit back to my garden.
And all the bits.
Yeah, I just said to him, so I'm only saying, I said, I'm not pissed off. I'm just saying because I don't want your dog to come through the back door with it and one of your kids shit themselves.
Yeah, because Easter's over.
Because it's come back with half a rabbit. Do you know what I mean? And he was so defensive. And I was like, I'm not. I said, you know what, mate? It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Jesus. It was definitely his dog.
Absolutely.
And I bet he watched him do it.
Yeah. So, check the pet. Make sure it's not still alive. So you check to see if it's still breathing. It may be in trouble and not actually dead. Call your veterinarian, ask them to guide you through the next steps. If your pet is alive, take her to an emergency vet in the area. The best place to feel for a pulse on a dog or cat is the inner thigh.
Why can't you just do the whole neck thing?
Just inner thigh, mate.
All right.
You know what I mean? Where the leg meets the body. You're looking for the femoral artery. Use 2 fingers, not a thumb, to check for a pulse. You may have a hard time feeling it on a cat. That's because cats are dead inside anyway.
And the thing is as well, if you're checking a cat on the inner thigh, you'll know if it's alive because it'll claw your fucking arm off.
Yeah, bro.
It's just like, get your hand away from me.
If you feel a pulse, have someone time 15 seconds while you count the beats. Multiply by 4, and you have the beats per minute. Your vet will likely want to know the beats per minute if possible. Okay. What if it's like a death metal dog? It's like...
It's having a heart attack. Yeah. Bring it in as quick as you can.
Step 2, take action within a day.
All right.
Pretty quick.
That seems fair.
The body will start to decompose fairly quickly, usually within a day.
Oh, no.
So you want to bury the body as soon as possible. If you need to keep the body in your home, you can take a few steps to keep it from decomposing. You can wrap the body and put it in the fridge.
I knew it was going to say that.
Though you still want to take action in the day, you can also place the body in the freezer, which will keep it from decomposing longer.
I'm not shocked anymore. Like I can't be shocked by these.
If you can't use either of these options, leave the body unwrapped on concrete as it will draw the heat out. Then the next thing down is an advert for an anti-anxiety dog bed.
Are we the only ones that find this bizarre? Because if my cat dies, I'm not fridging it or putting it in the fucking freezer. I'm going to call the cat.
Yeah, but what if you're not hungry?
Mortician.
At the time.
Oh, what?
What if you need to save it for like dinner party? And plus, we all know salt's a better preservative.
What did you do when all your rabbits died mysteriously?
Fucking started digging a hole.
You just immediately digging a hole?
Yeah, fucking get rid.
So I live in flats and we've got a communal garden.
But you've also lived next to a river.
I'm not yeeting her.
You could get her in the river from here.
From whence she came.
Get in the sea.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust, sludge to sludge. Into the river.
Number 3, notify people. So in your grief, you may not remember everyone you need to tell. For instance, it's important to notify kids who were away at college when the pet died. You also need to find a way to tell your children if you have the young ones in your home. Guess what? Dog's dead. That's how I'd do it.
Oh no, Papa.
Let your pets see the body.
Pets?
Other pets. So let your pets observe.
Like a threat.
Observe the body.
You play me up.
This is what fucking happens.
What? Told you the neighbours were fucking complaining. You're barking too much, doggo. This is what happens. The neighbours aren't to be fucked with.
Letting your pets observe the body, sniff it, and interact with it can help give the pet closure. If they see the dead body, they may not spend as long looking for the pet to come back after she's buried. Fucking grim is that?
The Housing Association always told me it wasn't a good idea to keep 16 Rottweilers in a one-bedroom flat. And I never listened. This is what happens.
5, check your local laws. You may or may not be allowed to bury your pet on your own property.
That's a really long pause.
On your own property. It's typically not okay to bury in a public park. But sometimes you can bury your pet on your own property. Fuck it, mate. If I have a pet that dies, it's going in the garden.
Yeah.
If I can't fit it down through the toilet, or if it's too long till bin day.
Yeah, and if it's not going in my garden, it's going in next door's.
Can swing it by the tail.
Where the dogs can dig it up.
It'd be 4 gardens down. I reckon I could get it.
What animal are you thinking of?
I don't know, but if it's like a light animal, you tie some weights to it, don't you?
To stop with the wind resistance.
Yeah.
Okay. It's like a sheep. It's like a sheep. Then what?
A pet sheep.
And what are you going to do?
You eat the cunt.
Oh, mate, you ain't got time for that.
You have.
You're already 12 hours into the recommended fridging
Shave
period.
it, empty it, eat it.
Empty it?
Get the guts out.
How'd you do that?
Well, you just cut down the middle and just shake it.
I thought you was going to suggest some kind of big, like, sheep hose.
Well, you know when, like, you see in cartoons when people grab people by the ankles to shake the money out of their pockets?
You do that and they'll just naturally fall out.
Yeah, that's why you don't see people doing that to sheep.
Yeah, don't shake the sheep. Shake the sheep.
Because its organs fall out.
It's probably also why they tell you not to shake babies, isn't it?
It's exactly why. And I've got proof.
Yeah.
So 6, decide on a burial spot. Once you know whether you're allowed to bury your pet in your yard, you may decide to bury them there. However, you do have other options. For instance, some cities have a pet burial parks where you can buy a plot for your pet.
Oh, I've heard that film. Pet Cemetery. Didn't end well.
Apparently not. Method 2 of 3. So burying your pet at home. So you need to call about utility lines. Whenever you're digging in your yard, you're supposed to call about buried utility lines first. That way, you won't run into them when you're digging, which could cause problems.
Yeah, but then you've got a pet to plug it up. You know,
If you sever the line,
sever the water pipe.
You just tie one end of the dog to one,
Oh no,
then tie one end of the dog to the other.
that's awful, man.
Why? Dogs are natural conductors.
Like some fleshy Chinese finger trap.
Yeah. You were going water pipe. That's worse. Number 2, consider other aspects of the location. For instance, it's important to pick a high, dry location if you want your pet to decompose. No, I don't. I want to be able to go back to it if I need it. What if I'm sat at home one day and I need a dead cat?
But why would you need one?
So you're telling me you've never been sat about and you thought, I could really do with a dead cat right now?
Oh, well, sometimes all the doors in my flat, they're like fire doors, and sometimes we'll lose one of the door stops.
There you go.
Dead cat.
Halloween decoration.
Threaten
Threaten the other cats.
gift.
A gift. Yeah, there you go. Taxidermy practice.
Taxi fare.
That's £6, please, mate.
You know,
can I interest you?
Oh, I've only got a £5. Let me nip in, get you some change. Oh, couldn't find a quid. Here's a cat.
Throw it through the window and run.
I'm sure he'd be grateful. There's no need to run.
Window's not open. Oh, God. In addition, you should pick a location downhill from a well and at least 50 feet away, though 100 feet is better, as well as... It's not written very well. I'm going to the next one. 3, cover your pet. First, find a heavy-duty plastic bag that fits your animal. God, imagine if it's like a fucking Great Dane. You have to go to IKEA to get one of them blue bags, wouldn't you?
Cling film. Just wrap it. Turn it into like a doggy torpedo.
Could you imagine how difficult it would be to cling film a dead Saint Bernard? It's just a big floppy dead dog and you're trying to cling film it. One of them tiny rolls you get from Wilco's.
It's not good.
So next, find a box. Wood or metal is the best option because it keeps the pet enclosed. You can also decorate it if you wish. Luckily, I've heard that King Charles is coming back from the dead as a box. You might want to empty the Tampax out first, like. Next, dig a hole. For a larger pet, you want the hole at least 3 feet deep. You might get away with 2 feet if the pet is smaller. This is detail now, isn't
Getting
it?
a bit suspicious.
This is detail.
No.
5, place the box in the ground.
Yeah.
Number 6,
Why did they need...
consider
They could
a
have done this
ceremony.
all in one step.
No. They've got to flesh out the article.
Right.
6, consider a ceremony. You can give a small ceremony by reading a poem or saying a few words.
Yeah, but the dog god wouldn't understand that.
Dog
You get
god.
like a dog vicar to hold the service.
Well, you just get a Scooby-Doo impersonator.
But my you know the Scooby-Doo
So,
impersonator, would it be a dog?
Right.
Or would it be a human dressed as a dog?
So I was going to say, let's just finish this little bit, and then I've got an idea.
Okay.
So you could also light candles in your home in memory of your pet. Having a funeral, even a small one, in your home can help you and your family say goodbye to your pet. Think about what you'd do at a person's funeral. For instance, you may want to read a short story or have someone offer a eulogy for your pet. Get your kids involved. Let them read a favourite poem or story or something they wrote for the pet.
Okay.
You could also play a favourite song or enjoy human food that your pet loved.
Right, yeah.
I don't think a human wrote that.
No.
I think the animals wrote that.
It was like, please enjoy your favourite human foods.
So you're saying that Dog God wouldn't
You wouldn't understand our prayers.
So, like I said, you would hire a Scooby-Doo impersonator.
Mm-hmm.
So, right, I want you now to say some words about your dead dog as if you were burying it, and I'm going to translate. So, do it line by line. Just any nice words.
He was a good dog.
Who?
He.
I thought you were going to. I've not practiced. This is just off the top of my head, so you're going to have to forgive me because I'm a bit rusty.
Okay. He was a good dog.
He was a good dog.
Barry.
Barry?
It's like he's in the room. He loved his dentist
We need to
sticks.
do this until we get to a line funny enough to end on.
He loved his dentist sticks.
He loved his dentist sticks.
Almost as much as he loved shagging legs. Go on, Scooby.
Almost as much as he loves shagging legs.
I regret hiring you. To be honest.
I regret hiring.
All right, this is the outro.
It is.
We made it.
Oh, all God save the King's sausage fingers. King Tampon.
All 10 of them.
All 10 of them. And always remember,
No one asked for it.
no one needed it.
Well,
this was it. Was the Dark Ballcast. Fuck off.